Joint Balance Formula. For healthy joints, get 3 bottles for $47.97 or 1 bottle for $22.97. Get your supply today. Visit us online at riversidetaichi.com/joint balance formula.
Hieroglyphic Visions, a digital marketing services company. We provide digital services for your company, such as flyer design, online marketing, ad placement, logo design, and more. Contact King Gaddy at 706-914-6238 or email at kinggaddy7@gmail.com. Let me bring your vision to fruition. Peace.
Greetings, this is Professor Griff of Public Enemy. Welcome to the Oculus Inc. The Oculus, they are the ultra secret society. They are the ones that manipulate and control your perception. They're actually the gatekeepers of your perception. The Oculus are the ones that actually write the prescription. They are the ones to determine who and why you're seeing what you're actually seeing through signs and symbols. These signs and symbols, we see them every single day. Your banks, your fast food stores, energy companies, gas stations, car companies, sports teams, all of them have signs and symbols that they use in such a way where they speak a language to one another. These are the things that the Oculus controls. The Oculus Inc. Peace. It's Professor Griff, the ex-minister, Public Enemy. All right, and we're here for the Sirius Mindz. For Sirius Mindz. This is my Sirius Mindz show, and I normally do not do. Yeah, I'm live, Mr. Carl Jenkins. I don't do Saturdays because normally I'm on stage somewhere, or I'm lecturing, or traveling, or whatever. But this is rare. So yeah, everybody that's home like me, we got a few things to talk about. I'm not gonna be on here long, so yeah, let's just kind of make it happen. All right, cool. But anyway, once again, this is Professor Griff for Sirius Mindz, RNTV, that's radio and television. Had to put my Malcolms on. All right, cool. So let's dive into a few things, and of course, everybody here on Facebook Live, peace, what's up? I'm gonna be pulling some information from y'all. Y'all gonna be giving me some information. All right, so we have to have a serious conversation about what's going on in the news, because there's too many things.
Hello there, Professor Griff.
See? I don't know what this thing, see, these people are always listening, man. Siri just came on and said, hello there, Professor Griff. I'm like, so y'all always listening. You see that? But anyway, all right, so there's a lot of things that's going on in the news, but so for all practical purposes, we're actually going to deal with the shooting in Dallas, but there's a few things that we have to get out of the way. Peace, Queen. All right, Miss Soleil, we still sending you some positive energy. All right, if you want to borrow my left foot, you can, but yeah. Anyway, shout out to, I'm going to dedicate this show to Kamal Cambone. All right, him and Maria, and they're celebrating his born day. Shout out to that brother. Wish we could have been there, but we couldn't. I have to play doctor and nurse to my wife here, because she's hobbling around and a couple of other things. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. But in the meantime, let me get a bit of the business out of the way, and then we'll dive into this. Shout out to Infomaniacs. Shout out to my man Shane. All right. who's behind the camera. All right, so and I wanted to talk about the Aretha Franklin thing, but I'll wait till I get to World Star on Saturday so y'all can kind of join me there. I am going to talk about what's going on in hip hop on Wednesday. The Nicki Minaj, Cardi B thing, the Mac Millen thing, Death, pardon me, Eminem, and MGK, MGT, MG, whatever his name is, Muggs McGirt, whatever his damn name is. We're gonna deal with that on Wednesday, all right? And we're gonna see people's response to that quote unquote white on white crime. And we're gonna see people's response to Mac Millen's death and how people are handling it and how people are dealing with it in the entertainment community and that kind of thing. We'll talk about that on World Star on Wednesday. All right, shout out to everybody at World Star Hit Radio. All right, but tonight we're gonna talk about this Dallas shooting, an officer shooting an unarmed innocent black man in his own apartment. But before that, we got a bit of business to take care of, and I take care of that business right now as we speak. All right, my good brother over there at Hieroglyphics Vision, all right, digital marketing services. Make sure you'll go check them out. He says we provide digital services for your company. That low-level entrepreneurship, and you're trying to get information out there, you're trying to get a commercial done, you're trying to get a flyer done, see this brother. All right, contact King. All right, King, 706-914-6238. All right, hit up King at 706-914-6238. King, GAHEE7@gmail.com. That's Hieroglyphics Vision, digital marketing services, flyer, online marketing, and more, and ad placement. Make sure you see that, brother. All right. Next up on the list, of course, the song that should be playing right now that you're listening to is the sister out of Newark, New Jersey. All right, Sandra Small. This song is called Revolution. Check her video out at the end of this program. All right. Make sure you'll support her. Matter of fact, look her up right now, Sandra Small. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave the link in the YouTube description box at the end. All right. The song is called Revolution. All right. So if you're having aches and pains and all of that kind of stuff, where's this herbal formula? All right. Olive leaf extract. I know you'll see me and my wife pushing this. Shout out to my man DJ. But Herbal Results, all right, is bringing you olive leaf extract. All right. Peace. What's up, Shirt? All right. Your big day is coming. All right. Yeah. I'll be there. Hopefully Soleil is walking by then. She'll be there. Hopefully. All right. But pick up the olive leaf extract. All these commercials will be right above my right shoulder. They'll be at the beginning of this broadcast, and I'll definitely show them at the end in case y'all miss some of them. But also to balance out your joints. All right. Since I know a lot of y'all are boxers, a lot of y'all are martial artists. A lot of y'all dance. Some of y'all still not too old to get on the good foot. All right. The Riverside Tai Chi, the joint balance formula for healthy joints. He says if you buy 3 bottles for $47.97, buy 1 bottle for $22.97. All right. So yeah, y'all gotta get on this. These herbal formulas and these supplements, these brothers and sisters have gotten together and put some serious thought and energy into this for your holistic health. You're taking care of the whole body, mind, and soul. Check out this commercial though from this brother, because it's deep. All the information is on there. All right. This is the joint balance formula, and of course, all of this is brought to you by Sirius Mindz, Sirius Mindz Films, Sirius Mindz RNTV, and Sirius Mindz Institute, where we bring you online classes. My next online class is next month on the second Tuesday in October. I'm gonna have that date for y'all. I'm gonna give Shane the flyer so he can put it up. We're dealing with symbolic thought. If you want to take the class, give me a call at 678-557-2919. Shane, remind me to give you the flyer to put that up right here. Symbolic thought. My next class coming up second week in October. Sign up now. All right, 678-557-2919. All right. But the olive leaf extract, make sure you'll call the brother to get this formula for real. All right, myoliveleaf.com. myoliveleaf.biz. It's myoliveleaf.biz. All right, 612-567-3263. 612-567-3263. All right. I am I'm launching my app, all right, at the LOX conference, all right. So that's going to be on the 7th of October in Philly, all right. Shane already has the flyer. We're going to put it up. We're going to make it happen, all right. So that's the LOX conference, all right, in Philadelphia, October 7th. I'm going to be speaking on not only the symbolic thought, but I'm going to be speaking on symbolism, and basically how it manipulates and controls our energy centers, all right, at the LOX conference, the 24th annual International LOX Conference, all right. Shout out to Mama Okosoro, all right, and all the brothers and sisters at the LOX conference. If you need a vegan dessert, make sure you see my sister, all right. Now, this sister got a delicious vegan ice cream. She got vegan pastries and all that kind of stuff. She's located, matter of fact, the name of her company is First Batch Artesian Foods, dairy-free ice cream. Damn, dairy-free ice cream. All right, located inside Moods Music. That's 1131 Euclid Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia. Call 404. Can I make that bigger? Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, shoot. Technology for the wounded eyes. I need to take some moringa. All right, but anyway, 404-834-1163. That's 404-834-1163. Check her out on IG at Plant-Based Princess and also on Facebook. All right, who we got up next? Last but not least, it got to be some. Of course, Khalid El Hakim is sponsoring this. All right, Khalid El Hakim in the Black History 101 Mobile Museum. And speaking of the Mobile Museum, if you're in the Tennessee area, Tennessee State University at Elliott Hall, 3500 John Merritt Boulevard, Nashville, Tennessee. All right, that's September 19th and the 20th. That's Wednesday and Thursday. The Black History Mobile Museum is setting up in Nashville, Tennessee at the Tennessee State University at Elliott Hall. All right, that's Wednesday, September 9th. Shane's going to put the flyer up so you'll see it. September 9th and Thursday, September 20th at 7 p.m. I will be lecturing. All right. I'll be lecturing about the museum, about not only Black history, but present history and future Black history, what we should be expecting from ourselves. Purchase the ticket at Actabulon Images Bookstore, 2721 Jefferson Street, Nashville, Tennessee. The phone number to call is 615-321-4111. That's 615-321-4111. All right, it ain't nothing but a dub. All right, it's $15 for students, and of course it's Mo at the dough. All right, to get in to see the museum, to kind of walk through, to check out the over 200 pieces that Khalid is going to bring. It's only $5 to walk through, and that's a donation. So I'm going to be talking about the cultural conflict and the crisis in consciousness. Wednesday, September 9th, and Thursday, September 20th. All right. I think we got through the ads really quick. Please, if you're in the ATL, all right, you need my African brother, fruits and veggie stand, organic and natural fruits and veggies, 2085 Campbellton Road, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia. Give them a call at 404-753-7753. All right, enough with the ads. So let's kind of dive into this subject. All right, and it's one of those kind of subjects where it's very troublesome when you hear these kind of things go down, because when we hear these things, we tend to feel like we're helpless, and these people are just at it again. And some of the comments up under some of the clips that are already out pertaining to this particular subject, people are already saying the white cop is going to get off. It's just another day in the neighborhood. I'm seeing all kind of stuff. I'm seeing the woman cop had to know the brother. I seen a clip that I watched earlier where there's certain locks that they have, in this particular place where he lived, where when you put the key in, it lights up and it turns green to let you know that the key works. All right. And if it don't work, it turns red. So this person had to know that they was at the wrong apartment, all right? But if you look at the news and the climate that this thing is being created, hold on for a second. The climate that these kind of shootings are creating, it's a climate of perpetual fear in America. All right. It's creating a climate of distrust for people in authority, especially people in uniform. Not only police officers, we're talking about firemen, we're talking about the military, we're talking about judges, we're talking about the criminal justice system. We talk about the entire system. People who just have a distrust right now for white people, especially white people in uniforms. People are paranoid. All right. People have changed their way they travel and how they travel. I just watched a clip of the cop pulled over a white couple, but they had their black grandson in the car. And when the cop pulled them over, made the young black grandson get out of the car. And it's like because somebody reported that it just didn't look right. Wow. It just didn't look right. I read somewhere that they were dating, or at least she knew him. Yeah, there's a picture that surfaced of these two in a picture together. So the whole, I'm living, not dying to hear what she had to say, but I'm living to hear what she has to say. All right, because this is very strange that you're coming home from work, whether it's 8-hour shift, 12-hour shift, double shift, 16 hours, whatever it is, and you go to the wrong apartment and you end up shooting somebody dead. Yeah, so my mind can't even I just can't even wrap my mind around the whole idea of even, because people have came to my door. And even though, I had the heat in the pocket of the robe, I'm still not pulling out on them. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if they don't even come across the threshold in a threatening way or whatever. It's just like, yeah, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. But also in the news that's helping create this climate of fear. All right. This says in Newsweek.com, it talks about teacher attacked pupil who refused to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Karen Smith pled guilty to 1 count of child abuse resulting in injury. All right. Now, this is a story. I don't have time to read the whole story, but this is a story that's out there that lends to this particular mindset. All right. And I think Ta-Nehisi Coates and other people have said it very clearly. All right. They said it very, very clearly that white people feel like they're privileged enough to own everything and everyone in this particular society, in this particular land that they stole from black Native Americans. All right. So even when they have invented and created words that they use to beat us down with, all right, they have to be in charge. They have to be the ones to allow us to call ourselves niggas. Yeah, process that. All right. We're not even allowed to disrespect and denigrate ourselves, according to these people. All right. So let's understand that particular dynamic and try to understand it. Try to. I'm not sure if we can, but that's just the dynamics of this thing. All right. Real quick, so we can get this out of the way. What is the deal with black people always feeling that they have to put themselves in a position to side with the slave master's children when it comes to doing anything for black people? This story right here, it says, Black Florida lawmaker, and maybe Opio, maybe you can help me out with this. Black Florida lawmaker thanks God for slavery. The stupid, it burns the Florida State Representative Kimberly Daniels thanks God for slavery. She says, I thank God for slavery. If it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree. Help me out. No, y'all got to help me out. I'm sorry. Help me out. Y'all got to help me on that one. I have books upon books upon books on the accomplishments of our people on the continent. Then, now, and now. Yeah, I don't know where you got the whole worship of the tree thing from, Miss Kimberly Daniels. I would advise everyone, and y'all know I don't do the political thing, but just like the song says, we need to shut nigresses like this all the way down. Can we play Shut Them Down right here? Hold it now. We need to shut them all the way down. The Kimberly Daniels, that mindset, she can't even exist. All right? We can't even allow these nigresses and Negroes in and around us. All right? Ostracize them, shut them down. Debate them wherever the hell they are. Give them hell wherever they are. Wherever you find these kind of Negroes, shut them down. She said, I thank God for slavery. If it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree. This is the Florida State Rep Kimberly Daniels. I read the story, brother, and it baffles me that our people suffer from this lack of knowledge. Well, this may be the lack of something else. This may be self-hatred. All right? This may be what Amos Wilson calls falsification of black consciousness. All right? The Eurocentric history, psychiatry, and the politics of white supremacy. All right? So we have to understand this idea of self-hate to a very, very high degree. Most of us don't have a historical context in which to put this in. All right? We see, I said it on my last show. I said, Dr. Amos Wilson says, this system of racism, white supremacy, that's what it's called. All right? We know they're not supreme over us. Now, that's the lie that they tell. But that's what they call their system. All right? And we have to do that so you can readily recognize whenever you see that and identify it for what it is. All right? But we know that they're not supreme. But Amos Wilson says they have to create a set of characters. They have to create the buffoon. They created the Uncle Tom. They created the sellout Negro and Negress. All right? So that when we are gaining power and gaining some kind of control over who and what we are in control of our own destiny, they have to prop up these kind of characters like Kimberly Daniels and a few other Daniels I know. You understand what I'm saying? These nigresses come out of the woodwork with this kind of mindset that we have to fight against, and we ultimately have to crush and destroy intellectually, spiritually speaking. Because if I said physically, y'all had the black boots kicking my door in. All right? So now, so we got to understand who these people are and exactly what position that their slave master put them in over us. All right? Because all they're doing is the slave master's children's bidding. That's it. Opio says she's a pastor over a church. Very religious people who believe some crazy things. Oh, okay. Thanks, Opio. All right. This other story, which I couldn't even wrap my brain around. I tried to. I didn't understand, and I'm still asking questions. We're going to get to the main story in a minute. But there's a video circulating. It says a violent suspected white supremacist tried to pick a fight with a pregnant black woman named Felicia Russell in a parking lot in Orlando. An OG brother, 60-year-old Derek Brown, walked up and G-checked this aggressive white supremacist suspect. Do y'all know anything about this story? Now, I've watched it several times and still trying to figure out in my mind, what did the WS want? Like, what did he really want? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to understand the dynamic. What did he, I mean, so, okay, maybe we're catching it as it ensued. But even with what the person caught on film and when I watched it, I still didn't understand it. He's confronting a pregnant woman in the parking lot. Obviously, it's some road rage going on. It's a minor accident or just the mere fact that she's black, pregnant, and probably in his way. I'm trying to understand it. Yes, the woman was pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant. So I'm trying to understand it. So Felicia Russell got confronted by this character, and I'm trying to figure it out. So the brother with the Gap Band hat came on, with the Phil Valentine hat came on, and stood between the WS and the black pregnant woman, and he actually pulled some heat out, all right, to de-escalate the situation, to kind of check him, and at least 10 times in the video they asked him to back away. Basically, what do you want? Back away, kind of thing. Get out of here. And he still didn't. And he actually ended up punching the brother in the gut, and he actually getting one of them Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford overhand rights. You understand what I'm saying? He ended up getting a Deontay Wilder joint. You understand what I'm saying? He got a Anthony Joshua joint. His eyes swell up, and then, as white people do, he wanted to call the police, and the brother said, "Be my guest, call the police." All right. It's that brother's right in the state of Florida. I did manage to look up the gun law, and the brother had the right. He did the right thing by not pointing it at him. They have a stand your ground law in Florida. You understand what I'm saying? And the brother is in the right. He brandished it. He asked the guy to get away. It still didn't stop him. He put it back in his holster to de-escalate the situation, and the white guy was still the aggressor. He ended up getting one right hook to the grill, and he still didn't stop. All right. Soleil read a response from a police officer that actually viewed this, and the brother was absolutely in the right. So we applaud the brother. All right. Shout out to Derek Brown. Now, he's no relation to John Brown, but we need some more Derek Browns. All right. We need some more Derek Browns to step up. Not hot-headed, not overly aggressive, but we need more Derek Browns to de-escalate these kind of situations and protect the sisters, especially this sister here who was pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? Even when watching that, I put myself in that situation. I'm not sure if it would have turned out like that, but yeah. We tend to communicate with them on the level that we think that they are on, thinking that we might reach and appeal, all right, to their consciousness, appeal soul to soul, appeal to the aspect of the human aspect of them, to say to him, this is a pregnant woman. Her child is 15. Whatever happened, it doesn't need this much aggression. But you, listening to me right now, need to understand these people have always been aggressive. All right? Especially here, they aggress the Native Americans. They aggress all the indigenous people around the planet. All right? They're always aggressive. This is who and what they are as a people. This is their nature. All right? This is why when you find some of them doing the yoga and practicing, studying Islam and these kind of things, you find them humbling themselves and being more, trying to find a nice word, human. And you're able to appeal to the human side of them. And it's a daily struggle to balance that rage that's running around in them. Some say it's because they was trapped up under the ice for 1,000 years, or whatever part of history you understand, or whatever. But we have to understand something that when you see them aggressing, this is who and what they are as a people, and it's hard to kind of, get that particular thing out of them. All right, those are some of the stories that's going on. All right, that's in the news right now. All right, John Trey said cave people. But John Trey, when we say that, we have to give the history of what happened in the cave. All right, that made them so aggressive. All right. Anyway, fighting the light, aka the Enlightenment. Okay. Anyway, all right. So this story I looked it up on thefreethoughtproject.com. They got a lot of interesting websites. Information and articles on their website. I like to read articles from these progressive type, regardless of what color, whether they're Asian, white, black, whatever, simply because the information is the information. Now, a lot of times you have to cross collateralize, and one article may check the other one. Some may give some factual information that the other one didn't give, but you have to do that when you're doing these kind of things. So, the freethoughtproject.com is one of those sites that you can go to get information. Now, it says cop walked into a home she thought was hers. Hold on. Free thought. Click here. Thanks for the call. All right, we got that. Hold on. Let me see if I can scroll up. All right. Alternative media is under attack. Without the inflated and government subsidized budgets of the mainstream, we have to rely on advertising to support our work. However, you can help us change that by becoming a member. And this is the basic thing that all of these independent news media outlets such as Sirius Mindz are up against. We're alternative news sources. And of course, we're under attack, as you heard a couple of shows ago. And if you didn't, scroll down and watch some of my other shows about how they shut Minister Farrakhan down off of Twitter and shut him down on Netflix. And they shut Alex Jones down, and they neutralized Willie D for a minute. I haven't heard from Darren Muhammad in a second. I probably got to give him a call tomorrow. But if you're saying something that's totally against the grain on what the average news, mainstream media and mainstream news is saying, of course, you raise a red flag. All right. So on freethoughtproject.com, they have levels that you can subscribe to. All right. So you want to come on at $3 as a free thinker, a master of peace at $5, and the freedom fighter membership at $10 a month. That's all they're asking, to keep the information flowing. Basically, that's what I have to do on Sirius Mindz, either with the website or the app, in order to keep the information flowing. Because if they shut me down on here, then how else will we get the information out? What we need, though, we need our information filtered and give it to us in the way we understand things. All right. So shout out to the freethoughtproject.com. All right. Let me see if I can get to the back to the article. Hold on one second. So you heard the story, and a police officer mistook an innocent man's home for her home, walked into it, thought it was an intruder, and killed him. She's yet to be arrested. All right, just for all practical purposes, let's switch the dynamic around. Let's just say the cop was black man, accidentally walked into a white woman's apartment and ended up shooting her dead. What would the outcome be? How would that play out? Would he be arrested right now? That's one of the questions I want to ask you. Would he be arrested right now? All right. Dallas, Texas, highlighting the sheer insane state of law enforcement in America today, is a tragic story out of Dallas this week. An off-duty police officer walked into the wrong home after getting off shift, thought the homeowner was an intruder, and killed him. And she has not been arrested. The victim was 26-year-old Botham Shem Jean, who was most likely startled by someone coming into his home at 10 p.m. when the unnamed officer opened the door. Hold up, this thing is jumping. Opened the door. While the details surrounding how Jean was killed is unclear, according to police, the officer admitted to killing him. In a statement released on Friday, Dallas police said the officer called them after shooting Jean and told responding officers that she entered the victim's apartment believing that it was her own. Sure, but I think the scripture says, "You of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye shall do." They were born liars. So you're not going to get all of the facts. Did they bring her in for questioning? At least you said. Yeah, that's just any shooting. There's always that person put on administrative leave until internal investigation and blah, blah, blah. They go through the whole normal procedure. Yeah, they go through the whole normal procedure. And yeah, so yeah. All right. So the question I asked, it says, preliminary information suggests that the officer arrived home in full uniform after working a full shift. The officer reported to the responding officers that she entered the victim's apartment believing that it was her own. Yeah, the clip that I saw on YouTube that Sherry Gibbs brought up was the fact that allegedly she was also heard screaming, "Open up the effing door." Wow. In that case, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Them two, they had to know one another. See, but that makes logical sense to us. But the way they might spin that story is like, wow. And then the picture that I put up on my Facebook of them two, it's like, okay. Yeah, it's like, these are the kind of things that even when we're looking at it, the neighbor said that they heard yelling, "Open the door," and cussing. So, no, we're not going to get all the facts. Two, the same people that do these kind of things, it's their cousins and relatives and the people that have taken the same oath that they have taken are the ones that have to investigate. You see, we can't trust them to investigate their own. So then when we go and say, listen, the family might say, "I want an independent investigation of the whole thing." Wow. So where are you going to get these individuals from that's going to independently investigate? Yeah, I doubt that very seriously. I doubt that you're going to get independent. This is why I always say that we need to set up an infrastructure that will deal with these kind of individuals in these kind of situations. All right. He said, if she entered, how did she not see the different furniture in your places? Yeah, there was one gentleman that left a comment, OPO, and he said that he's a dog trainer and he goes into different people's homes, you know, 6, 7, 8 different people's homes during the course of a week because he trains dogs. He's a dog trainer. He says everyone's home has its own scent, whether you have a pet or not. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's in and out of people's homes. And it's true. Everyone has their own scent of their home. If I walked it, it'd be very difficult for me to walk in the wrong house. Now, I do have to admit, I have hit the button or remote to my car and not looking if the lights flashed or not. And I walked up to somebody else's car that looked just like mine and pulled the handle. And I'm like, what the hell? Then looking inside of the car, I'm like, damn, this ain't even my car. You understand? If that's happened to everybody, come on. But even if it happened to me on that level, the level that they're talking about this particular case, I don't think I would shoot anyone unless argument ensued. Now listen, this is where her police training should have kicked in. That somehow you got in, he opened the door, heard keys jingling, whatever. And once you got in, this is when the police training should have kicked in, and you should, even if you drew your weapon, of course you create the distance, get cover until that person hands up, get down, hands behind your head, whatever the police protocol is. No neighbors, no one said they heard any of that. All right. So we have to understand this particular dynamic and how it goes down and how we continually see the same thing happening to our people over and over and over and over again. Hold on one second. So with this case happening, you all right? With this case happening in 2018, after the escalating violence of police brutality across the country, right at the peak of the football season, not at the peak, but the beginning of it, right at the peak of the controversy with Nike, right at the end of this Aretha Franklin funeral debacle, right after several other things going down in the United States that some people may look at as a distraction, all right? Pulling us away from what's going on in the White House and how many people are confessing. Papadopoulos, whatever his daggone name is, the Greek dude that set up the meeting between Russians and some of the cats in the Trump administration as he was moving towards the White House. What did he get? 2 weeks in jail? How you gonna set up a meeting like that? You lied to the federal government. You lied to the FBI, and all you get is 2 weeks in jail. 200 hours of community service. And I believe he had to pay $900 back or something. You talking about the criminal justice system? What's Judge Wright? What is his name, man? Bruce Wright, I believe. Judge Bruce Wright wrote a book. I'm going to find it in a minute. Shout out to Judge Joe Brown. That's my dude. Matter of fact, we're going to put a picture of Judge Joe Brown right here so y'all can see the brother. But this justice is, we're not getting this justice, man. We're not even beginning to get the degree of justice that cases like this deserve. Now, are there people in Dallas and places like Dallas that can give us this quote unquote just independent research? All right. Oh, cut them loose, Bruce. You're right. You're right. Cut them. You're right. They call them cut them loose, Bruce. But we can do independent research. All right. What is wrong with us doing independent research? There's nothing wrong with us doing, and we can do independent research, and we can kind of really balance the scale of what information we bring to the masses of the people that may influence how they handle this particular case. All right. So the social media impact of what we do from this point forward is very necessary. All right. We have to kind of look into this. There's some people that know him, the family members, some people in the building. Like the one sister went on YouTube and she took her phone and she went in and she filmed it and said, listen, these are the kind of locks that they have in the place. And she actually showed that this key fits this lock. And if it's the right key, it turns green. That is clear, cut, dry, and simple. All right. If you don't have the key to that apartment, it won't open. It turns red. That's an indication that your ass don't live there. All right. You do not live there. So let's understand this particular dynamic. This could happen to any one of us. All right. I saw some people from the far left start talking about the brother had a relationship with the white police officer. All right. Regardless of what the case is and the dynamic, all right, of the particular case, we have to get to the bottom of it, because this is not a case where it's just, this case is sitting alone, some isolated incident. We're having all kind of situations come up with police officers. All right. The men and women in blue versus the brothers and sisters, or the men and women in black. You see, this is our uniform. We can't take it off. All right. And it almost seems like it's open season now for kids with thick lips and black skin. All right. So all of us running around talking about we got the right ID card, or we from a different country and our hair is straighter, our nose is sharper, our lips are thinner. That don't mean anything. This brother probably wasn't even from the United States, and he got gunned down. All right. So they're not asking you. In some cases they may ask you for your ID, but what was the brother's name in New York City? They got Louima, I believe. They took him in and took him to the police station. I think they rammed a mop up his backside. All right, this is ridiculous, man. So I was keeping track of what was going on in reference, because I subscribe to this police watch thing that they have on the internet, where there's people that monitor the police radio activity, and they put these kind of things up where you can kind of see what's going on around the country. All right, I was putting together a book. Entertained Through Black Plain, the Fraternal Order of Police Brutality. I'm gonna see if I can put the cover of that book right up here where y'all can see it. Jean was from St. Lucia. They say the brother was from St. Lucia. All right. So we have to understand something. We got to understand the mindset that would cause these people, all right, to take the violent approach. All right. Let's switch the scenario around again. Let's just say if it was a black woman, cop, white man, apartment. With that same scenario, this situation, would it have played out the way it did? All right. Talk to me. I need to understand it, man. I need to understand this particular dynamic. All right. So if you're just tuning in, this is Professor Griff for Sirius Mindz RNTV. All right, hold on for a second. And we're talking about the cop white woman cop who killed the black man in Dallas, Texas, in his own home. All right, cops walks into the home she thought was hers. All right. Now this cop walks into a home apartment that she thought was hers. Yeah, I don't know how long she's been living in her apartment, but if it ain't a brand new apartment, you know where you live. All right. You know where you live. And it's like, come on. When I first saw the story, I was just kind of taken back. Shout out to everybody on IG. All right. And if you're just tuning in, this is Professor Griff here on Sirius Mindz. And we're trying to wrap our brains around me and the people here on Facebook. We're trying to wrap our brains around, hold on. Let me send this brother a message, Mr. Sean Carter, and let him know that I'm live. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around the fact that this person went to the wrong home. I'm on live. All right. All right, so you went to the wrong daggone home. All right. And because you went to the wrong home, you ended up shooting someone that you don't even know, probably claims she had no interaction with. But now you know what has to happen? We need to get phone records to see whether or not if she was in contact with her. We need to talk to the neighbors. All right. If the cop was a sister, she would be charged with first-degree murder versus manslaughter. Okay, so they did charge the white cop with manslaughter. Can someone give me that information? Peace, everybody on IG. Peace, what's up? Walks in with the key. Are you smarter than a first grader? Walks into with key. Are you smarter? Yeah. I've been in hotel rooms where now the vast majority of hotel rooms across the country have key cards, which you slide in, swipe, tap, or whatever. And it gives you a certain kind of sound that it sounds like if somebody is trying to open your door. That has happened to me several times, and I went to the door, looked through the peephole, and I've actually, well, I did grab the iron first. And you understand what I'm saying? And I did crack the door open with my foot in front of the door in case they bum rush me. All right. So I'm looking out. Says, may I help you? Oh, I thought this was my room. Yada, yada, yada. Whoop-de-whoop. All right. Case closed. End of the story. Nothing happened. All right. But now, there's also been cases where, you know, I was in a hotel room and someone actually kind of walked in, or I have had the key to a room. I think that happened to us recently, where we had the key to a room, but there was somebody already occupying in the room. Nobody got shot. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got cursed out. All right. Isis Ma'at says she was charged with manslaughter. All right. Can somebody that knows the law tell me what's the difference between manslaughter and first-degree murder? I think first-degree murder, premeditated, all right, meaning that you had to have planned it, so to speak. It's meditated, but it's premeditated. So you already have to have known about the plan, the murder you're going to carry out, blah, 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 whoopty, whoopty, whoop. But I'm saying, all right, what's manslaughter? They're attempting to incite a riot to set off martial law lockdown. Junior L. Bay, I wouldn't say that to that degree because they have a contingency plan, and there's things that I can think of right now that they can do to set off a racial conflict in America. All right. And just so you know, Junior L. Bay, the war is already on. It's just that when you go out in the street and talk to black people, we're frustrated, angry, and about to boil over. But we're not doing anything on the level that we should be doing it on to send a message back to them to let them know that we're tired of it and we're not going to take it anymore. All right. We need to understand this particular dynamic and how this works and how this plays out. All right. We need to keep our eye on it. We can't get all amped and protest and this kind of stuff, and then 3 weeks from now, we forget about it. Or something happened somewhere in another part of the country to take our minds and our eyes off of Dallas onto some other place. Griff, do you think it was Jungle Fever, Street Banger TV? You asked me my honest assessment of it. I wouldn't say, I don't know about Jungle Fever, that terminology, but I do think they knew one another. Yes, that was my first thing. They had to know one another for you to end up in the wrong apartment. That's just, going to somebody else's apartment just don't sit right with me. All right. I kind of think he was entertaining the lady's jealousy somewhere. Yeah. It don't take much for these people. You know how some people are. You know, they work at a fast food restaurant, but as soon as they get a clean uniform and a badge and get promoted to fries, they think they're important and they want to boss people around. You understand what I'm saying? Manslaughter is the absence of malice. A forethought means that manslaughter involves less moral blame. Manslaughter is the absence of malice. All right? A forethought means that manslaughter involves less moral blame. Opio Sarcona gave us that definition. All right. MC Rapology, we're not talking about Eminem right now. Let's stick to the subject, all right? We're talking about the white Dallas cop that shot the black man down in his own apartment. All right? So we have to, this is only a few minutes broadcast. We can stay focused. I'm going to talk about that on World Star on Wednesday night. But the reason why I flipped it around and said, what if it was a black cop? Or what if it was a black woman cop? And what if the person in his department was white? So we can kind of balance this thing out to understand their mindset. What will it take for brothers to leave the Beckys alone? No discipline or self-love. Wow. Okay, Sherry Gibbs. I'm not sure. So let's ask this. Let some brothers answer Sherry's question. If you're dating a white woman, Sherry Gibbs want to know, what would it take for y'all to leave Becky alone? All right. I'm sorry, but how can I read up on this? I'm just now hearing about this. Robert Muhammad, you can go on my Facebook page or just go to Kavan Shah /Professor Griff or Facebook /Professor Griff.me. It's all over the news. You can't miss it. All right. Go to the Daily Mail, CNN, HLN. Yeah. Go to the Homeboy Network. Just go to IG. Everyone's talking about it. All right. That's according to the Texas cop, the Texas code 19.04A. Okay. All right. Shout out to Johnny Juice. Shout out to Lord Aswad. That's on here. I'm glad my daddy didn't. Okay. But anyway. All right. So, we need some realistic answers because just like the people that are coming on listening to this conversation, it could easily be your homeboy, your cousin, your nephew, your drunk Uncle Leroy. It could be any of the members of any of our families. All right. And we would cry out for justice. All right. So let's look into this situation. Let's not wait for the next situation to go down. All of these stories that I've mentioned, if you're just tuning in and you're on IG, we talked about the woman getting charged with assault, who actually put hands on a child for not standing up to put her hand over her heart and pledge allegiance to the United Snakes of America. All right. Sean Carter, manslaughter is the crime of killing a human being without malice or forethought. Okay. All right. So, I wanted to be able to go into this particular story deeper, but as someone already said, we have to wait till some of the facts come in instead of some of the hearsay. What people are doing, like the sister, I forgot her name and I should have gotten her name off of the YouTube clip, actually went to the apartment and was like, look, this is impossible. This couldn't have happened the way they said it happened because you'd have to have the right key to the right apartment. Pictures came out in the past with them together. Wow. Griff, you didn't read all those books. Joshua. You said I didn't? Or you asking me, did I? I don't even understand that question. What is the best way to combat racism? You combat racism by understanding and knowing what racism is in all forms, in all of the people activity, whether the overt racism, institutionalized racism, the subtle racism. Yeah. And there are white people out there that's fighting against racism, white supremacy, even though they're white. The Tim Wises that are out there. I met Tim Wise. The Jane Elliott's that are out there. Yeah, you have to look at these people and listen to these people and understand their strategy, because this is basically what we're saying. We need white people to talk to white people because maybe white people don't want to talk. Beautiful strategy. All right. Someone said the photos haven't been verified. Okay. Did you read all of those books on the shelf, Professor? No. There's 1,000 books on my shelf. No, I didn't read every book on the shelf. Some of the books are reference books. No, I didn't read a 1,000-page reference book. No, these are references. You can refer back to them. Some of the books I've held on from my house fire in 2008, which were very dear to me, and it was hard for me to depart with them. Some of the police officers, fire department cats that knew me, they are more than 2,000. But my wife said it's 2,000. Okay, I didn't keep count. But anyway, books like this, you still see it charred from the fire in 2008. My house burned down, but I had to hold on to it because it's hard to find this kind of stuff. This is written by Dada X, America, damn. And the information that's in this book, you're not going to find this information in too many places. Books like this that are still charred from the fire. A Spokesperson by Jibril Muhammad. It's just some rare books that I have that I can't. Yeah, it's hard to kind of. Yeah, but I have shelves of articles in magazines. I have, what do you think, Shane? 200 CDs and DVDs could fit in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 15. There's about 5 on that side. There's 20 cases of DVDs that hold 200 DVDs and CDs a piece. And then there's a whole DVD library in the garage. So, yeah, I mean, we got to be studious, man. We have to study. This is why it's imperative that we understand who and what we're dealing with in this day and time. Because in a minute, we have to carve out our own destiny, govern ourselves, all right? But we have to study and train ourselves for those particular positions that we have to hold, because we have to be able to establish an infrastructure. I'm not appointing myself to any part of that particular structure, but I want to qualify myself to take any position that the people need me to take so we can rule ourselves. That's starting with me governing and ruling Griff. And then me sharing that particular duty and responsibility with my wife in the home. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, that's no way the police will help her cover this up. So do you really think that the police is going to cover this up? Do you think they're going to hide behind a thin blue line? Do you have William Sanders Scarborough, an activist? Do I have William Sanders Scarborough what? I don't understand. I'm not sure what you're asking. Ethel Stanley, I don't know what you mean. All right, so anything else about this particular subject? Because we got to put this to rest, because we have to get back on the grind and form study groups and research groups, that groups of people can get this subject, get it to those of us like myself that are on the front line, so I can have a fact sheet in front of me to lay this out. All right. I really so badly wanted to come back on and talk about this Aretha Franklin thing, because it's just, yeah, righteous purpose in effect. All right. So can I join you really quick on video? Absolutely not. I don't know you. I can't bring you before my audience and I don't even know you. No. How do you feel about Brother Polite? We're not, Brother Polite is Brother Polite. I mean, I don't have that kind of conversation on my show. Can y'all stop asking stuff like that? Shout out to Brother Polite. I don't give you how I feel about an individual. It's like, however I feel about Brother Polite is between me and Brother Polite. You understand what I'm saying? I don't play that childish kind of stuff. Shout out to number 11, Wendy Boggs. All right, but let's summarize this and capsulize this. All right, and see the various points that we need to. Cop, white cop, off duty, in uniform, goes to the wrong apartment, thinking this apartment is hers. What gets inside, obviously she had the key, or obviously the brother opened the door. Whatever happens inside the doorway, or once she got in, shoots the brother down. All right. Neighbors say they heard cursing. All right. Neighbors said they heard cursing, open the effing door, blah, 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 blah. Gunshot is heard. Black man down. All right. She radios in. Police come. While she got them on the horn, she's telling them she went to the wrong apartment, and now the black man is dead. All right. I don't know what we're drawing from this, but if you studied our sojourn in America, there are unreported documented cases of this very same thing that has always happened to black people throughout our history here in America. All right. And we talking about after the Mayflower. All right. All right. I don't know what that means. The heavenly kid. Professor, can you talk on being a twin flame relationship? No. This is this is about, why y'all asking these crazy questions? This show tonight is about the cop walks into the home she thought was hers, and she killed an innocent homeowner and she's not arrested. We're not talking about twin flames. We're not talking about Jesus. We're not talking about any of these things. Listen, I'm not sure if the audience here on IG, are y'all younger? Because y'all are definitely kind of not focused. Can we stick to the subject? All right. They did charge her with manslaughter. All right. I want you on IG and on Facebook Live to handle this as though this was your relative that they shot down. Can we do that? Can we do that? Let's focus. All right. So let's understand this particular dynamic. A police officer mistook an innocent man's home for her own, walked into it, thought it was an intruder, and killed him, and she has yet to be arrested. Now today is Saturday, that was yesterday. So now I think they're saying she's being charged with manslaughter. All right. Listen, I am appealing to those brave white people that are out there to understand it, all right, from not a black perspective, but understand it from a human perspective and treat it as though they just shot down your country cousin, all right, from, I don't know, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, hell, Detroit, Alabama, shit, Mississippi, goddamn good old Tennessee, wherever your country cousin is from. Treat it as such. All right. Civil suit should be in process ASAP. What city or state did this happen? Dallas, Texas. All right. Dallas, Texas, this happened. See, a lot of times these things happen, and if we don't get the story, grab it, lay out some facts, wrap our mind and our brain around the story to present it like we're presenting it now, a lot of times these kind of stories get by people because some people are just not, in tune with these kind of things. Some people see these things and be like, okay, I don't want this interrupting my day or making me feel bad today. I'm tired of seeing black people getting shot down and want absolutely nothing to do with it. All right. Is there any message I should push on my channel? I'm not sure what kind of channel you have. If it's a YouTube channel, it's whatever you feel that you have to push. I think what all of us should be doing, white, black, Jew, Gentile, Muslim, Christian, RBG, Hebrew Israelite, whoever you are, short, tall, light skin with freckles, dark skin, nappy hair, thick lips, brown skin, short, curly hair with glasses. I'm not sure. The Wrath of God hat. I don't know. Shit. All of us should be trying to replace racism, white supremacy with justice. All right. Equal and fair justice for the human family. All right. Whether you want to push it on your channel, whether you want to rap about it in a song, whatever. The cop was white female and she got her own home confused. Yes, that is the story, Miss Boggs. All right. That's the story. So we cannot, though, in closing, we cannot sit idly by and let these things happen without us at least responding to it in the way that we can respond. You don't take a big broadcast like this to respond to these kind of things. Because I'm telling you, if you ignore it, the law of karma, don't care what you believe in. Karma, and you know how we say it in the hood, it goes around, comes around. We say it a little bit crazier than that. You say you don't start no shit, it won't be no shit. But I'm saying to you, if you don't say something about the injustice that this brother was put on this brother and his family is grieving right now because their relative is dead. If you don't say nothing right now, the same thing could happen to you. And guess what? All right. So this is Professor Griff, and I'm signing out for Sirius Mindz RNTV. So this is Sirius Mindz for Sirius Mindz Seriously. I will see y'all in the next few days, more than likely on World Star. Peace. This is Professor Griff. I'm out.
Joint Balance Formula. For healthy joints, get 3 bottles for $47.97 or 1 bottle for $22.97. Get your supply today. Visit us online at riversideTaichi.com/joint balance formula.
Hieroglyphic Visions, a digital marketing services company. We provide digital services for your company, such as flyer design, online marketing, ad placement, logo design, and more. Contact King Gaggy at 706-914-6238 or email at kinggaggy7@gmail.com. Let me bring your vision to fruition. Peace.
Greetings, this is Professor Griff of Public Enemy. Welcome to the Oculus Inc. The Oculus, they are the ultra secret society. They are the ones that manipulate and control your perception. They're actually the gatekeepers of your perception. The Oculus are the ones that actually write the prescription. They are the ones to determine who and why you're seeing what you're actually seeing through signs and symbols. These signs and symbols, we see them every single day. Your banks, your fast food stores, energy companies, gas stations, car companies, sports teams, all of them have signs and symbols that they use in such a way where they speak a language to one another. These are the things that the Oculus controls. The Oculus Inc.